Good evening, everyone. I would like to share a scenario, and I would love your input on do you think I handled this correctly, or did I not handle it correctly? Was I um, being too harsh? Was I being excessive as a father, stepfather? Um, please um, put your comments, put your views in the comments if you agree. And if you don't agree and you think I should have done something different, or, um, uh, or if I should have not done anything at all, put it in the comments. I would love to have a conversation about it. I'd like to know what you think. Please like the video and share it if you have any friends who may be dealing in this family dynamic. So now to my situation that I experienced was I was always under the um, I was under the thinking that as a father you protect, and mainly you protect your girl children. So um, during the times that my daughters, my both biological and stepdaughter, were teenagers, I would be very careful and I would watch how they were dressing. So I this one particular day, well, first thing, before we get to actually what happened, um, one problem that both my daughters, uh, had, and I think not only they had it, but probably most teenage girls have the same problem, and it's the overdevelopment of their body while their mind is still underdeveloped. It's like they grow physically and they develop faster physically than their mind does. So this one particular situation, my stepdaughter was leaving to go somewhere. She had her own car. She was driving, and I asked her as I saw her walking out the door, where are you going?" And she told me where she was going, and I said, "So you gonna go dressed like that?" And she's like, "Dressed like what?" I said, "Well, what you have on, you are showing way too much skin." And she said, "Well, my mom saw it. My mom saw what I'm wearing. She thought it was cute. She didn't say anything about it." So I told her, I said, "Well, I'm sorry, but your mom is not a pervert." I said, "But we men are. And what I'm seeing, I don't want anybody else to see, because I really don't know where you're going. And I know right now your body can attract way more dangerous attention than your mind is able to handle. So, as the man of the house and as your stepfather, I'm not going to let you go until you go in and change." And this is where it took guts to step and confront my daughters when I saw wrong, or what I perceived to be wrong, or perceived to be something that could cause danger down the line. And it took guts on me to confront this situation. Um, and so she went inside and she changed. But she didn't talk to me for months, not in a rude way, which she would ignore me. But she would speak, she'd be cordial. But the friendship we had when she was a little girl, now that she's a teenager, was gone. And it hurt a little bit because I understand I was making her uncomfortable because I was confronting uh, things that I saw that I didn't like. But isn't that what fathers are supposed to do? Am I supposed to want her to like me to the point to where I don't confront what I think to be could be hazardous or could be something that could bring her harm or attract harm to her? Because her body was very, very developed and could attract um, predatory men. And I don't think she was mentally in the place to be able to discern and to avoid situations like that. So, what am I supposed to do? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? Was it a strain on our relationship? Yes, it was. It was. Like I said, she didn't talk to me that much anymore. She used to be the huggy little kid. She didn't want to hug me anymore. And I even noticed this with my own personal daughter because I remember I was calling her out on some of the things she was wearing, which at that time it was these denim jeans that looked like an eighth layer of skin. And I was like, can't you find something that does not accentuate every curve and crease of your body? And then she went crying to my wife, dad is this way, dad is that way. And my wife was telling me, well, Chris, you got to understand, this is all they have out in these stores for these girls to wear. It's clothes like this. And I'm like, come on, really? Am I going to buy that? That's the only thing. She has no other choice to wear anything but something that shows every curve. And I would just always confront these type of situations or where they were going. And I know I was being irritating, but it wasn't for me. It was for them. And again, do I sacrifice my duty as a father and being protective? Do I sacrifice that on the altar of wanting to be liked by my children? I don't think so. Now, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I overstood or overreacted. And this is why I'm asking you out there who have been in this situation, or maybe you haven't been in this situation, and maybe you're just on the outside looking in. But what would you do in this situation? Or did I do the right thing? Do you agree with me? Please leave it in the comments. And remember, like and share this video. And as I send more videos out on situations, because when you are raising a family and you have 7 children, there is a lot of situations that happen, and there's a lot of dynamics in that home that needs to be talked about, I think. But again, this is one. Was I wrong? Could I have done it better? You let me know, okay? Thank you very much. And until next time, peace.